Okay, I gotta wait. Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. You hear Zion in the back. Peace and blessings. Let's see if I can see what I said. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, please. Let me know if you can hear me. Just throw something up in the chat so I can know y'all can hear me. What's up, Alicia? You in the building? I can't. Nobody else is saying anything, so I'm going live from Instagram too. They may not be able to hear you on. Well, yeah, they should be able to hear you up there too. Let me know if you can hear me, Lisa. I know y'all can probably definitely hear Zion. If y'all can hear me, let me know if y'all can hear me, please. Peace and blessings, everybody. Yep. Good. I can be heard on both platforms. Y'all let me know how y'all doing tonight. I know it's late, so I know how to be up. Good. Trying to make sure everybody can hear me on both platforms. I don't know if it's going slow or something. I don't know. Maybe. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. I see that it's clear on this one. I'm gonna be bringing you in a little bit. Yeah, I'm just giving y'all some updates because y'all know I'm bringing out the awareness on different things that are going on in our society and in our melanated community as well. So y'all know I'm going through this journey right now with it's concerning my niece, Enasia. And then y'all can see also these babies that's over there in carbonation. And so what I'm going to be talking about is what's going on now in my situation. I want to be finding out what's going on in this other situation. You know what? You know, I still see people online talking about they're gonna you know, they're cursing out Nature Boy or Eligio, whatever you want to call him. But I'm just trying to find out what's going on with those babies. I'm always concerned about those babies, just like everybody's acting like it's crazy that I'm saying something about my niece. So we're gonna be talking about a couple of things. I'm gonna have my spiritual sister on line tonight with me because I want y'all to see about like also how these so-called kings are also doing in our melanated community. Like, and I'm gonna talk about mine personally in my own personal situation, and just put it out there because there's no way that no one should be upset when you're calling them out for doing wrong. So we're gonna just be discussing, since I have been allowing you to go through my journey and see what's going on with my journey. You guys will be able to know day to day what's going on in this. And always remember, if anyone has anyone that wants to take this situation and give some type of legal help, and they're in the Georgia area, please shout this situation out. I do have some, I think you probably want to listen a little bit about this case, all right? Because this is about to be that one, for real. Because people not making noise about these kids, and it's ridiculous. So anyway, I'm gonna bring Alicia on. Let me see. What's she up here? I gotta see. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know why this phone just decides to do this. And I'm not even doing that. This phone is going crazy whenever it wants. Yes, it's so annoying. Okay, I'm trying to get you in here, Alicia. What am I doing? Okay, hold up. Okay, hold up for a second. I need your can you message me your link so I can invite you? Yes. Yeah, I'm having the most issues tonight, like really having the most issues. And I don't know why. Alicia, can you put that information in this chat so I can see what it is? Like, not put it in the chat, but like try to get send it to me, inbox me. You say, what happened when you call Legal Shield? Because I mean I have Legal Shield and they're just basically, they're not, I don't, what I'm trying to do right now is also raise money for legal, if I needed some type of advice or whatever. I'm doing everything else, and my spiritual sister is also helping me out, so I'm trying to get her up here as well, but I gotta get her tagged up because I want y'all to know what's going on with this, how crazy this system is. Yeah, they're not gonna be able to help with it because people don't care about these kids. Just like nobody's caring about those kids over there in the and the out there where Elijah and them is at. Okay, there she go. Hold up. Yeah, this might pause for a minute. Yeah, I'm really having a hard time. This something does not want me to get with this tonight. I tell you, this is crazy. It's in Hangouts chat. What is it? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get this right soon as I get her information. But I really am trying to let y'all know what's really going on. Lisa, are you even up here, like at all? I mean, are y'all able to hear me? And I'm not talking about the IG because I can see y'all can hear me. I mean, I really need somebody that's serious about taking this case, like for real. Like this is unfair to a child, and we've been going through so much, and it's just crazy how people just really don't care. I need your tag number so I can invite you, or either send me an invite so I can accept you and put you up. I need something. Maybe she can look over these motions and so forth too. You said Janice, and where's she out of? She's in Georgia. Is that or where's she at? Okay. Can you not hear me up there? Yeah. Can you not hear me up there? Oh, why aren't you? I need your tag number so I can invite you. What is it? Just give it to me so I can put it in. Yeah, just invite me then. All right. All right. If y'all all want to go over to you said she represented my church. Where's she at though? Is what I'm asking you. Because I need somebody that's in Georgia. Because it got to be like Georgia law. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm not getting. I might have to turn this off or something because I'm not getting. Her against her father. Well, I'm just trying to find out is it someone that's in Georgia that I can, speak with. If someone can give me someone that's in Georgia that they know, then that'll be great. Peace and blessings to everybody that's coming in. Peace and blessings. Trying to give y'all some updates, and I got my spiritual sister. We're trying to get her up here as well because she's been helping me along with this journey for the last couple of months. I think since like April, because that's when I did a video on my YouTube. And everybody that cannot hear me on this Instagram, if the phone started ringing or whatever, you can go to my YouTube as well. The link is in the bio. But I just she's been right there, and it's just really sad how the system is, how the family is, and just really sad. And we're experiencing this, and these babies are experiencing it too, because y'all know I've always been about the babies, and ain't nobody really about these babies. I see that. It's real sad. Hey Patricia, just gonna speak to all y'all that's coming in. Alicia doesn't know what her email address is. I told her to invite me. I don't think she knows what the email address is for this one. So, like I said, if anyone has any information, let me know. Anyone that can help out with the situation. It looks like everybody is asleep, or are y'all asleep or no tonight? Gosh, I'd be like wondering, do people be really fighting? Why don't people fight for their families? I done got blocked by family, unfriended by family. Oh yes, Patricia, you could definitely come in. How you doing, Patricia? Oh, she hasn't come in yet. How you doing?
Hey,
I can't really hear you. So. Peace and blessings to you.
hello?
Yes, I said peace and blessings to you, Queen.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. You caught in. What you got going on? Did you have something to say?
Well, really, I wanted to talk about the systems, these court systems, how they're so systematic that they just leaving children in abuse situations. And the only answer they have for you is, oh, I'm sorry you're going through that, and it's not our jurisdiction, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Right. Who is this? I'm speaking to who? Because I know Alicia's supposed to be calling me on one. Who is
It's
it?
Alicia.
Oh, I was like, hold up, your voice sound. Okay, hold up. I gotta introduce you first. I was like, hold up. She's starting to sound familiar. Look, y'all, this is my spiritual sister. Y'all gotta she's been like, that's the one I was telling y'all. She ended up calling on Instagram. So I'm glad you did. But this is the one that's been on this journey with me for the past couple of months now. Yeah, if y'all check out my Facebook, I've been on this journey literally for since September. You know, I went ahead and made it an online journey because people are not saying anything. People are being very quiet about everything. So I wanted to be letting known what this system is doing, like what families are doing to each other, you know, and just like really everything. So we're gonna get into it. So let's go ahead, Alicia.
Yeah, so like even today where you were trying to push forward and get something done, and all they can tell you is, oh, there's nothing you can do. They know it's a bad situation, and they just like, oh well, you have to try to force someone else who hasn't done anything all these years to get things done, which I think is ridiculous because what is the purpose of a court system? Is it for money or is it just to save children?
And it's like we're asking these people. This is literal. We're asking these people like, what can be done? What can we do? Oh well, if you can't do that, I mean that just sounded real crazy. That's not in our jurisdiction. But we wait, like we really have information, and y'all see like proof, and then you just don't say anything, and it's okay. And that's the type of system that we live in. Then you got to go into the family part of the situation. So I'm just giving y'all my journey as it is, like right now. Cause if y'all been following me, y'all will see exactly what I've been doing. Y'all know I just got back in town from Connecticut, from a court system telling me that they had jurisdiction and another place didn't have, another court didn't. Just for me to get all the way up there, and them to tell me that. Good thing that they did that because I did end up getting some information, information, and then I know which way to make my moves now.
And then they didn't even say anything about the fact that, this person knew that this court case was in another state all these years and never said anything. She waited. Technically, she waited 5 years to mention it because from the beginning when she started it, it was 5 years ago. So, and the court says they don't see, everything is so bureaucratic. Like, it's not like, it doesn't make sense. Like, a child's in danger, move her. It's like, oh, but because you didn't file the right paperwork, we can't listen to your complaint about child abuse. Come back and file the right paperwork.
And then when you got people telling you that this baby is being abused, and they just ignore it all. They ignore it. They don't even ask that, let's bring the baby for an evaluation. They don't even do that. So the baby just got to stay stuck in a situation.
You have to wait for the parents or and or grandparents to do something about it. If your aunt or uncle, even though this is your blood relative, this is your sister or your brother who you grew up, as a child, they tell you as aunt and uncle that you have zero rights.
Just nothing. Nada. But this person can literally have like warrants, have open CPS cases. And nobody want to do anything about it.
Everybody say, call this person. You call this person. You say you call the person you was just on the phone with. I guess nobody wants to do paperwork, or if you're not basically, if you don't have $10,000, your relative is basically left to Child Protective Services care, which we all know is not the best place for most kids, or either they left in the hands of an abusive person.
And you can go in there and prove this. You can go and prove all of this. But nothing is done.
And also, like Connecticut court, if they remove children, there is no oversight of that child. If a child is removed to the court, they don't, after they check on the child, they check the place where they live, the employment, etc. That one time they remove the child, they never follow up again and go back to check on the child. Like Child Services does if they place a foster child. But the courts do not check back up.
And they said they don't have, they just don't have a program for that. So it's like these kids, especially, and I just address our Black community because I'm a part of the Black community. No love lost for any other communities, but I do love my community. So I'm just looking at the fact that they're not going to care about our kids if we don't care about our kids. This is the reason why we need our own system. And until people start like thinking of this and knowing that we are more important, then I guess we're just gonna stay like this. But I'm not ready to stay like this. I gotta speak out about mine. I don't know what's wrong with everybody else, but something going wrong with mine, I'm speaking out.
And Native Americans, like I told you, they have their own child services. You can't just go in and remove Native American kids. They have their own process of dealing with with Native Americans. However, African American people, not only are we the highest rate of removals in the Child Protective Services, but you have these essentially people who are not the same skin tone as us or race as us coming in and removing us from our home with no oversight, no accountability to the people who they're removing these kids to. You'll remove a child from the parents because they're homeless or their lights off or their water off, or even if their houses are messy, and pay another non-relative foster parent to take care of the child, and they will do it. And in the court system, once they remove the child, it's very hard for a parent to get the kid back.
So anything could be happening to that kid.
Basically, because when they come in to look, they say, "Is the house clean? Are you eating?" That's it.
So that sounds like if we're not pulling together as a community, and you don't got more than one person, or more than a couple of people doing something and pulling together as a community, nobody's going to take it serious.
And then remember, at 18, when they age out of foster care, they throw them out. This is a known fact. It's a sad known fact, but it's a known fact that foster kids get, wind up homeless or sex trafficked because they don't have anyone. Because, kids don't stop being kids at 18. I don't even believe at 21. Until your brain is fully developed, you're still a child, and you get thrown into the world with no one. So we definitely need to start taking care of our own children, having our own systems, like you said, where if there is child services call, or if there are parents who may be neglecting their child, that we as a people step in and do something about it, instead of allowing, a system that everyone knows is broken, to continue to care for our children.
It's like, why don't we see the need to do that? That's my thing. Why are we not seeing the need? It's the craziest thing.
You see London Jordan?
Who is that?
She said I sent you a DM to help you.
When did you send it? And peace and blessings to everybody that's coming in. Peace and blessings. I have my spiritual sister is on the line for whoever is coming in. She's just, I've been showing you guys my journey, so she's just basically discussing it so you guys can see exactly what's going on with the system. The reason why people are able to get away with the things that having to do with these babies, they're able to get away with this. All the stuff that's going on, like even the stuff that's going on over there in carbonation, everything, because people do not care. People are not doing anything.
Yeah, and Mr. What's his name? Mr. Marquez?
Yeah.
This whole call it an embassy thing means nothing. The last time I checked, embassy is about citizenship. They have investigations, but that's not the appropriate thing for him to be doing. You and I talked about this before. Like, if he wanted to really have an effect, that's his grandchild out there, and his grandchild's being abused. He needs to be inside of a court.
Exactly.
Inside of a guardianship court and filing guardianship papers against his daughter and Nature Boy, and reciting that Nature Boy is a pedophile.
Exactly. Like over and over, you need to be beating these people in the head. It's not gonna be easy or nothing. And yeah, it's gonna be some sacrifice made, but why should these kids have to be subjected to this type of BS just because the systems are jacked up? And just because people are jacked up and sick.
And a lot of people don't know what to do. So we try to get it out there to, at least help some people. If anybody's out there that want to put the work in, they want to file papers or, and do all the hard things they need to do, we're here, to help.
Yeah, like we really are. Like, I didn't tell y'all can let me put that in there. And the young lady, London, I didn't see a DM from you. So make sure, and I'm gonna put my my email address in here, pin it in here. And then one of the things that I definitely gotta, talk about is the family foundations when things like this is going on. That's what I really want to get into today. And, we're seeing this firsthand. I mean, people see what I've been dealing with as far as this situation. And just because somebody in your family has a kid and they happen not to care about the kid does not mean that there's any love lost from you and that you don't want to see this kid. You don't want to be in this kid's life and build a relationship with you. So, with this baby. So it's like, why are you alienating these babies? And why is nobody doing anything about it, even in the families?
Yeah, the family saying that they don't want to get involved with their own family member.
It's like, what kind of sickness is that? And not only that, what'd you say? I was like, you already said not only that, then you got the parents that are sucky and don't want to do what they're supposed to be doing. Like, you just all willy-nilly having kids, but you don't want to be a real parent. Yeah, that's it's melanatadeawareness.com. If you can London, if you can actually send that to me at that email address right there, I appreciate it. It's melanatadeawareness at gmail.com. But I just we got, I mean, as far as my, like, I don't know. Tell them your experiences as far as what you're seeing, because I'm gonna tell you, I've gotten blocked on Facebook from family members because they don't, they don't understand why I'm saying something about my niece. They've unfriended me, you know.
Well, so first of all, the Guardian has an open case of neglect, and who wants their niece in that situation, or any family member of theirs in a situation of being abused? And the more family members that stand up, go to court, file motions, complain, the better it would be. If you got one person, they may say, hey, that person is crazy. Or if the parent's not really following what the court tells them to do, they're not going to listen to that parent. So they just disregard everything that you're saying because, you're the crazy aunt, or you just want to take the kid away, and you're not doing it for the kid's best interest, you're doing it for yours. I mean, you're doing it for your own best interest. But if you have several people coming together, making the same accusations, they're more willing to listen, because now you have to talk to all these people, and all these witnesses are saying that this woman is abusive, violent, a liar, and deceitful. So without those family units, it makes everything up much harder, extremely harder.
If we talking about the court, we really just talking about in general. Like, we're talking about the system, and we're talking about my situation, because I've been showing my journey online of what I've been going through with my niece, because she's being basically held hostage and being alienated from her family for no reason. She's not with the mother. She's not with the father. She's told her CPS worker, since she does have an open child abuse case for neglect, that my brother was dead. Nobody seemed to care about checking into the situation at all. So yeah, I'm just what we're doing the video for. I mean, what I do my videos for is for melanated awareness, just to let people know what's going on with our systems. My concern are these kids in a situation, and I feel like the ones that's over there in carbonation, no matter what the drama is and everything, it's not enough people saying anything about these babies. Just like with my family, there's not enough people in my family saying anything about my niece missing. Yeah, so yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Thank you, I appreciate that. So as far as, like, I'm gonna tell this story before I go deeper, as far as going into deeper on my situation. So there's, as far as like us and our community and our supposedly should be kings out here that we don't have in some cases, and I'm not going to call it out to everyone, but I'm just going to put it out to the people that I'm addressing. They know, you feel me, they know who they are. And if you are that, then I feel like you should be ashamed of yourself. You've got so many men, like my a friend of mine called tonight, and he's like, he's about to get ready to leave. He doesn't have anything going on for himself. He doesn't have anywhere to live at, but he about to bounce. Now that would be cool. That would be really cool if you hadn't have put kids out all over where you're at. And then I was like, dang, you about to bounce on your kids? And I'm already dealing with a situation. So I'm like, you got to leave your kids. It's it was basically, it was all about him. He was letting me know that he needed to, do what he needed to do for himself. But you got like 4 or 5 kids. So it's like, what do you think about that? We
I
see.
just think that's the mental illness that you talk about. Selfishness. You know, you're going around having babies with women, and then when a woman goes to postpartum depression, do you give up on her, or you leave, and you go to another woman. And now the karma is coming back to get her, and now you want to run it. You want to run away and not take care of his responsibility. If this person moves all the way to Texas, he's basically just selling his kids up a little bit.
He's abandoning his offspring.
Tearing down their foundation.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you supposed to have a good foundation if you are abandoning your offspring. Like, what's going? Like, you're not gonna stay young for the rest of your life. You're not gonna. You're not gonna be able to stay young for the rest of your life. So why wouldn't you be building and investing in your offspring? You're just gonna have kids all over here and all over there, and then you're just gonna leave them. So, I mean, and then go ahead.
Gilbert.
I was looking at Officer Gilbert. Who is Officer Gilbert? Officer Gilbert need to see if you can hook me up with a lawyer. That'd be real good, because me personally, I don't be worried about the views. I need the right people. I need quality views. So
yeah, so the thing about it is, I guess that, when parents give up on their kids, they leave them vulnerable. That's what's happened with your niece, is that now she's in the hands of a woman with, she has all these warrants out for her arrest. She has all these convictions for prostitution, reckless driving, child abuse cases, and everyone wants to just say, go to the next court. Go sign this. You didn't sign this right. Send this paperwork back in. And until you get the right paperwork or the right lawyer, it's just basically the child is thrown in the wind. So definitely these parents, these fathers who just walk away, they're leaving their kids basically, leaving their kids susceptible to more child abuse. I mean, it's crazy.
Like, people are cruel to kids. And so it's like, when you have these kids in your family, it's like, in order for you to start creating a foundation, a stronger foundation for our melanated community, we got to start somewhere. You feel me? You have to invest in these foundations that you're bringing here. That's not fair to these kids.
Hey,
JN. Yeah. Miss Feisty
and it just
lady.
seems as though, like, I've been talking to, I opened up a platform for me to help some people who have had their kids removed from Child Protective Services or in the process of having their kids removed. If these parents and, families separated, they're fighting and they're arguing, Child Protective Services are going to come in and remove all these children from their mothers and their fathers. Because they can't, because they don't want to get along because of all the issues that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And the fathers are walking away, giving up, because they have 5 or 6 kids, and they can't take care of them. They can't financially take care of 5 kids, especially if they don't even have a place to stay for themselves. So they just give up on their kids and walk away, leaving it at, they'll be all right.
And it's like, how could you walk away on a part of you? Like, can you warm that up for me? A piece of that, please. Warm up a piece of that. Anyway, I don't see how people just, if you're gonna ever build a strong foundation and start from somewhere, it's got to be started like now. You can't sit around and wait when you see something going on with these babies out here and not say anything and not be making some type of noise. Like, when it comes down to the babies, that's the way I feel. I feel like people need to start making a lot more noise than what they're doing. I don't feel like there's enough people standing up for these babies. I don't feel like there's enough people standing up for those babies in carbonation. I don't think there's enough people in my family standing up. I mean, damn, I can't even get my brother to stand up for his daughter like he should. It is like pulling a brick out of the middle of a brick wall. The parents don't care. It's a lot of parents that just don't care. Lisa, tell them your experience so far with my personal situation that I have going on with this journey. You know, just explaining to them how parents are being that's having these babies.
So basically, well, you went to Georgia. Well, first we were on the phone, we were making calls, and we found out all this information out on this woman. So we tried to reach out to all the courts, every court you can think of, and basically you just told that, hey, you need a parent. Every step of the way, you need a parent, and if the parents don't do anything, then basically the child is just going to abused. It's just nothing that you can do. And I think that part of the system is broken. I think that is truly broken where, I feel like they just basically say because you're an aunt that it doesn't matter if the niece is being abused just because of the fact that you're her aunt and you're not her grandparent, you're not her father. So you have to just sit back here and just watch your niece in this situation. And I've seen you and I on the phone, even you by yourself on the phone, filing motions, writing letters, going to 2 different states. Now you got to go back to another state, going, spending your money on gas, flights, and all these things. And just to be told, hey, even though the child's been left in this abusive situation for 7 years, you're going to have to wait another week or 2 weeks until, the parents do what they're supposed to do, even though it wasn't done in 7 years. So it's totally broken. I believe, first of all, there should be aunts and uncles should definitely have rights, and in most states they don't. If your niece and nephew gets taken away, then it's basically like you're just a stranger, like you're a guardian, like you have no rights to that niece and nephew. But I would encourage anyone out there, if you are watching one of your siblings who are, they a little bit off, they're a little bit slow, and they start having children, I would encourage you to start putting these court procedures in immediately because it always comes back around the court. So start filing first. Start putting yourself in the cases of your family. If there's a custody case, you should be in that case requesting some type of visitation in the custody case. Because if you don't and you let the court be in charge of the situation, then it's so bureaucratic that your loved ones can be, as I said before, left in abusive situations, either by being abused by the parent or either the guardian or anyone else, a stranger. And if you report the abuse, then they basically say, hey, you didn't file the right paperwork, so you report the abuse, and it never goes in the files.
Never.
And then another thing is you got these child lawyers. They're supposed to be guardian litigants. They're supposed to be there for the child, and they're lying to the parents and giving them false information. And the parent may not be that smart, or they may have some delays, and they tell the parents basically lies and make the parents find their rights away, and then. The parents are not the only ones finding the rights away. The aunts are finding the rights away with the parent. The uncles, the grandparents are all finding the rights away when the parent or the father, the mother or the father, sign away their rights. You just totally become a stranger to your niece. No rights, no legal recourse. And the only thing they got to tell you is, oh, call Child Protective Services. You call Child Protective Services, Child Protective Services tell you to go to court. You go to court, they say it's the wrong court. You go to the other court, they say, well, it's the wrong court. Now you got to go to the right court. And then all you can do is what? Pray? Because there's no lawyers out there who takes on these kind of custody cases.
Legal aid, they'll tell you, call for legal aid. As soon as it got something to do with custody, oh, we don't handle those. That's what I be talking about when people be talking about some pro bonos. That doesn't work. We need our own pro bono.
Because custody cases are so hard.
They are horrible, and it's real sad. It's heartbreaking. And then for you to be trying to fight for this this family member's child, and to be so disrespectful, which I'm talking about my brother, because he's so disrespectful to me. And I'm doing all of this for your daughter, for his daughter, y'all. And he treat how do you feel about that situation, Lisa?
Well, I hate the fighting. I think the fighting is just useless to me, because at the end of the day, it's about saving a nation or saving a child. And if anything else is being discussed, then it's basically, to me, I think it's just pointless. And especially when family are fighting against each other, when you both are trying to save the child.
Mm-hmm.
So getting angry and getting upset just because, somebody's telling you need to get some stuff done, to me, I think it's just ridiculous. The goal, the focus is saving the kid. You and I, we not lawyers. We're not lawyers. We just trying to be some, black investigators and try to figure these things out ourselves. And if we make a mistake, I don't think that, you should be berated because you made a mistake or because a plan changed. You got to go with the flow. You got to figure this out. Well, because neither one of us has ever been in a situation where we've had our kid removed from us for all these years. We've never been in that situation, so we're just trying to figure it out.
And it takes time to try to figure this system out. But if you care enough for these babies that are involved, you will actually do it. It's a sacrifice. It just makes me mad when somebody that's a parent acts like you're bothering them. When you're trying to get them to help you, to get this baby out of this situation. If you do stuff like that, you're punishing the kid. And then you're protecting this predator. Peace and blessings to everybody that's coming in. We are discussing the system and how horrible it is. And how, we as a community, we don't care. The families don't care. Like, we got people funding whole live cults online, sex cults online, just funding them. You got people, as soon as somebody die, one of these little kids that I'm talking about, they will blow up a post on some RIPs and I'm sending prayers out to your family. But I'm trying to do this before it gets to that type of extent. Why would you want to celebrate a kid after the fact? After you have, I don't know who that was. Sorry about. Why would you want to celebrate a kid after something happens and this kid is just like gone because you didn't decide you wanted to speak up? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, he's very disrespectful. It breaks my heart. And the thing about it is that because the system says that I can't make any moves without him, it's tearing me up because he won't. It's like I said, it's like pulling a brick. It's like pulling a brick out of the middle of a wall.
Unfortunately, you do have rights. And there are certain states where uncles and aunts do have rights. Connecticut's not one of them.
Definitely not.
You guys have to do your research. And like I said, if you ever see your relatives, you may see maybe not taking care of their child so well, or they start talking to you about child protective services or, court and stuff. I think that we should start inserting ourselves in it instead of, sitting back and saying, hey, it's not going to work out, because that's not how it works in court. Court is dog eat dog. And if you insert yourself in the beginning, then you won't have to prove anything or go through hoops to get in the case later.
Right.
If you just see anything, any child protective services or anything, don't sit back and say, I'm going to move in silence, or, I'm going to mind my business, or I don't want anything to do with it, because essentially you're sentencing that child to child abuse.
And if you cared, you wouldn't do that. And it's like when you can make some type of changes, don't prolong it by sitting back complaining all the time and making it a me party. Because to me, when you have a child and you choose to birth a child into this world, you don't turn your back and just not do anything for this child. Just turn your back. And you're expecting to have a solid foundation. And I know there's some melanated families out here that do have a solid foundation. So I'm not talking about all of you. For all of those people, like, big ups to you. Good for you. You actually got a good mom, good dads, your sisters and brothers, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, all of that. Your foundation's strong. I love when people get to have that. That must be wonderful. Everybody don't get to have that. Don't talk about the people that don't have it. Because I'm a part of that type of community. Like I said, I got blocked and unfriended for speaking up about my niece. Like, that's crazy. Just because I'm concerned about my niece. After she's out here she's having to live with a whole live prostitute.
Right. And also violent. She's violent.
She's violent. This girl done bust somebody in the head with a bat. Then got her brothers to hold him up with a gun. But my niece got to be subjected to that.
And the only thing you told is to wait.
And I got to just sit here and wait. It says, yeah, but if you come from a solid unit, no one wants to listen. What do you mean? Because if you come from a solid unit, then they will listen. Then I would figure. Or do you mean if you don't come from a solid unit? Yep. She said, blood isn't always thicker than water. Don't we know that? They called my cousin called. What's up, Sister Mary? My cousin called me the other day and told me, "Oh, I know some information, but I ain't saying no names." I'm like, "Yo, get off my phone. I love you, but I can't. Like, I can't." What kind of mess is that? Like, and if y'all see my page, like, I don't really be playing on my Facebook page. It's under Dion Fields. Y'all will see that I have been going at this for ever since September of last year. So I don't play when it comes down to the babies. And when you're sorry and you're a sorry ass family, I'm gonna call you out. And I'm not wrong for calling you out. Just you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm talking about you know what I've been going through. You've been seeing this stuff play out. Y'all know what this girl got on. You're gonna talk about I ain't seeing no names. Like, I got time for those type of games. That's the type of family I got to deal with.
Because they more into the dramas than actually saving the child. More into, saying, oh, well, I said something. But you didn't. You really didn't say anything. Because if you're not giving us the names that we can file in court and actually, hold somebody accountable to what they saying, you're just telling us double hearsay, which we cannot even use in court. So what's the purpose of you even mentioning it?
What's the purpose? Starting chaos. She first called my brother. This is right when we got out of court. Now, mind you, like I told y'all, I went to Connecticut. That's where my family is at. Nobody from my family showed up. I had my spiritual sister, the one that's up here right now, Alicia. She was there, and my brother was there, Mr. Dum Dum, Mr. Selfish. That's what I want to call him. And I do that with all the love, because I still love him. Ain't no love lost. But he's a selfish person. He's very disrespectful. I'm doing a lot, for his daughter, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care enough to do what he needs to do, and it's like we've made it so minimal for him. Like, how long did you say it takes for him to walk up the street if he was gonna walk that walk?
Probably about 15 minutes.
Maybe 15 minutes. What's a 15-minute walk if you get yourself up early in the morning and act like a grown man that wants to go ahead and get her daughter back, so you can make some copies and get some things notarized? Like, I do this all the time, and if I had to do it for my baby, then I'm gonna go ahead and do it. That's what I'm talking about people that's putting these kids out here, bringing these kids into the world and not caring about them. Just leaving them hanging, living your best life, and then, blaming people. It's always everybody else's fault.
Yeah, I wanna lie. Yeah. And then it's like, every day gotta be the next day. The next day we're gonna do this, the next day we're gonna do that. If I ever thought my kid was in a bad situation, it wouldn't be the next day, the next day, the next day. It would be
right now,
today, right now. You see how we was. He was getting court, so they basically was like, y'all need to leave.
Yeah, we basically was there. Yeah, she said it's no disrespect to him. This dude is being sorry. It's just point blank. Just like a lot of so-called men, they're just being sorry. I just happen to have one of them. You know how people be like, oh, that's a sorry baby daddy or whatever, stuff like that, and that's a bitch ass nigga for not taking care of his kids or whatever. He's one of those. I actually got one of those as a brother. Somebody that know that his child is in the system being abused, and y'all have to excuse me because I get very upset when it comes down to this. But he knows that his daughter is getting abused, and he won't get up in the mornings. Now, Alicia, how many times do we call him in the morning?
A lot. He's that person.
Why should we have to call a grown man about his daughter that he knows is getting abused? He knows this baby is getting abused, and we have to call you and try to wake him up, and he gets up right before it's time to go to work. We've been waiting on paperwork. It should have took all of an hour. Should have took all of an hour. But parents, no, you can't call them parents. These people just having babies and just not caring. Oh man, they was beating a 5-week-old. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. What would you be abusing a 5-week-old for? We got to pray for these babies. Good gracious.
They're abused too.
Yeah, we got to pray for these babies out here, y'all. Like, we got to get on it. It's not fair to these kids. That's why we got these faulty foundations, and we bringing up people that just don't even give a fuck. They just growing up numb to the fact that you just had a kid and you just left your kid hanging. Just left your whole live kid hanging. And you can't even say especially little girls or not, because people prey on little boys and people prey on little girls. You got them saying that they got the women out there in one of those tribes out there grooming the boys, and the men are grooming the girls. I'm glad you intervened, Sister Mary. That's what's up. Oh my God, that's wonderful. Shoot,
That's
shut
what we
up.
were just
Yeah.
talking about, Sister Man. We were just talking about that we need our own child services out here. We need our own black protective services and get involved in these people's lives to make sure that these black kids are not just being thrown into the system and then, from system to prison pipeline.
Yeah. She said people abuse just because they want to, and that is not a lie. Even if it's just speaking to your child about another parent in a negative manner, it's abuse. That's true. It's like why are you abusing this child? And then these children grow up and they become numb, and they're so numb that when they have a child, they don't care enough because everything that is about them.
Or they end up in nature freaks cults.
Exactly.
Because they don't feel like nobody else loves them.
This is the reason why we're losing, why our people are just like losing. This is why people in other cultures and every other culture in the world look down on our people, because we do not care about our own people. We done forgot how to love. That's the thing about it. Everybody's numb. The element said, like you said, we have to love on one another, and that is so true. But people don't know how to love. So, if you don't know how to love, then you got to start within yourself. Then you got to start loving on your family, and I mean loving on your family, and then loving on your community. Like for real. Like that's the only way we're gonna have like strong foundations. And we got to start like now, like people that know this things are going on with these babies out here. You've been turning your back and everything. I say go ahead and start doing something about it. Start speaking up. Like we said, we're telling you these systems. This ain't our system, y'all. Oh, that went right on off. We got to get back in there. Got to get back in there. All right. Yeah, this is not our system. Yeah, that other platform went down, so. But this is totally not our system. And Lisa, I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you be on Instagram like that, but you can definitely hop back in if you want. But it's totally not our system. Yeah, that live was I didn't even realize we had been on live for that long. Yeah, quality, not quantity. Have less children to be able to commit to and love. And then if you are those type of people that you just love kids and you just feel like you just need kids, be there for those kids. Don't let your kids get snatched up because of your pride. Because I told my brother before my niece got missing, I told my brother, hey, I'll take Inasia. My sister told my brother the same thing, but he knew he couldn't take care of this baby. Took my niece up there and got her stolen. Got her legally kidnapped because he wasn't paying attention. Because we're not paying attention to these babies. We just living our best lives. Gotta pay attention to these kids, like, and we gotta start speaking up for these kids. Like, I'm like, people that got these babies in these situations. Why isn't anyone, speaking up? A humble writer. You tell your phone's acting up. Yeah, the whole situation with my niece is it's really sad, and it's even sadder just because of the family. I had a cousin that after, she had lost her mom around the same time that I lost my, all of this started happening when this was like back in September when she lost her mom. That was my cousin. So I haven't really heard from my cousin. So she finally called me and she was like, her and my, let me let you in. There she go. Her and my aunt, the one that passed away, they were trying to help my brother. My brother was just so into himself that he was not doing anything to help with this situation. Let me throw this in again. If anybody that's hopping up here know any anybody that's in the legal field that can, give some legal advice according to Georgia law, then please shoot me a DM. Please, I need someone that's just totally for Georgia law. Like you never know with these type of situations, but I'm getting louder and louder about the situation, and I need somebody to take this situation. You back up here, Alicia?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you definitely need someone in court because, when you're going up against these lawyers, or even if you're going up against caseworkers or child protective service, or even the guardian, they're doing hundreds of cases, thousands of cases. They know everything what to do, what to fill. They even have the templates in your computer. This is your first time doing this. So if you've never been to court and you have no idea what they're talking about when they talk about depositions or motions to modify or service, and and they're speaking languages that you don't understand, you're gonna lose. That's the one. The lawyer's gonna overpower you, and you're not gonna have. The child's going to be left in a bad situation just based off the fact that you don't have the money for a lawyer.
And if they got a corrupt lawyer, they're gonna automatically get out of it just because they're corrupt. And it's so sad when they gotta say, "I'm glad," stuff like she said she was glad that their dad stepped up. And that's sad that somebody gotta tell a grown man to step up, or something tragic gotta happen for a man to step up these days. And these are supposed to be our kings. This is like, and I'm talking about in the melanated community. Because this is what I'm seeing. People just living their best life, just leaving the kids hanging, and the mothers are doing it too. Because my niece doesn't have a mother that's hitting on anything either. So it's not just the men; it is just definitely the mothers too. But the only reason why I'm really speaking about the men too is because I'm dealing with that personally. But yeah, you got mothers out there that are not hitting on anything either. So it's just like basically we not looking out for our community like we should be at all. And we're gonna change that. But like I keep on saying, this is Ineja's case is our first case. Not interested about the border. What that mean? I don't know. Alicia, you still there?
Yeah, I think he's talking about he's not interested in all the stuff that's going on with the like world news.
Oh yeah.
He only interested in our community.
I seen somebody saying something about they was cursing out somebody on the chat today. I'm like, are y'all serious? Like cursing out Alicia, and it's like, why are y'all concerned about that? I mean, what makes that something to even be proud to be talking about when we got so many situations going on in our community? And you concentrated on drama, like still, even though people are calling it out, but like channels like mine ain't gonna be it's not gonna be busting all open because of the simple fact there's no drama here. Like I always tell people, you want to find drama here. I'm here to spread the awareness. I don't have time for the drama. I'm letting you see what the families are doing in our community, what this system is doing, letting us, we got to start creating our own. So I just want
families need to stop minding their business. Stop minding your business.
No, they need to mind. No, they need to mind their business. They need to mind their business.
They need to stop saying, "Oh, I'm going to mind my business." They need to stop moving in silence. Families need to get involved. If tomorrow and I see my nephew or niece being starved, I want to speak up. I'm going to tell my sibling, go to court. Start following your own motions. Everything needs to be recorded and documented for these kids. Because at the end of the day, if you move in silence and everybody else is, minding their business, who's actually speaking up for these children?
Who's doing something? And who's getting away with something?
The kids just being abused because, the kids don't say anything.
Because they're scared. They're scared.
They're scared. They won't speak up. Except someone comes to them and say, "Oh, Sister Mary Clarence, what do you think about this?" Dion and I was talking about how, there are no services in these melanated schools talking about child abuse. No one's going there explaining to the kids, like, this is child abuse, this is child abuse, and if this has happened to you, speak up. They have them in other classes, other schools, but they don't have it in our community. And they're the ones in touch with the children every day. They see these kids every day aside from the parents. They're the ones who are the highest chance of calling out there's abuse.
Exactly.
But because nobody's going to the school teaching our kids about abuse, they think it's normal.
I bet you some of us out there talking to their schools about it. Because we like to, like she said, we like to hold it down for other people, other cultures. We don't hold it down for ourselves.
Yeah, so families gotta stick together, families gotta speak up, and families gotta start, I feel like we should all know a little bit of law. We should all know what would happen if your brother or your sister.
I don't know if y'all can hear or not. I don't know if that's my signal or what. Lisa, you up there? What's up, Supreme? I don't know. She might be coming back up here. She was trying to tell us something. Yeah, I'm just basically giving updates about what's going on with this journey for everybody that's coming in. Peace and blessings. Oh, Sean had called. Okay, talk to him. That's my brother calling her. So we need every chance that we get to talk to him. We have to talk to him because he's it's so hard dealing with this situation with this boy that is my brother. It's so hard. And I'm talking about when I tell you that trying to get him to do things is horrible. It's your daughter and we got to try. He's like, I'm tired of people pushing me to do stuff. I'm like, dude, are you serious? Y'all just wouldn't even believe how hard, and it's embarrassing too, because Leisha, she helps me out so much. She helps me out so much, and my brother doesn't even understand all the work that she puts in, all the time that she puts in. She has kids, she's got a husband. She puts in plenty of work, and he just disregards everybody's time, just disregards. So every time that he does something, we have to literally probably cheer him on. My brother is almost 30 years old, if he's not already 30. But he got a kid. I'm sorry to hear that, Sassy. I think a lot of our parents married pedophiles. His mom did too. But nobody said anything about that either. They just tucked that under the rug. And you right about that snitch mess. That is so true. I think he feels defeated. I think he's depressed. And I think he's all of that, all of the above. But when you have someone that's trying to help you out, we're making it so my brother doesn't have to do anything. Only thing we're asking him to do is like do the small things. Like you have to notarize this. We can't make any moves without you making you notarizing something. We just can't. And different things like that, like little small things, like put this in the mail, like please just I send you a self-addressed envelope, like let me get you a Uber for you to go up the street when you could have really walked, because you really are a grown man and you're definitely able-bodied. So I'm like pampering him big time because I need him to do what he needs to do for my niece. You feel me? This has nothing to do with him, because like I'm so mad with my brother. I'm so mad with my brother. Because he's like, it's like I said, it's like pulling a brick out of the middle of a brick wall. And Leisha has to see this too, and it's so embarrassing. Yeah, we can't be turning the blind eye. I agree with you, Sister Mary. I agree with you, and I do understand the system will make you give up. And you're right, that's why it's good to come together. So what I am going to do is make sure that when my next move, I'm going to have some people that may be in that area to come down, because I need to have, like, the first time when I did anything, when I went to Georgia, I was all by myself when I went out there and hitting these courts up. You feel me? I didn't have nobody with me. This time when I went, I had Leisha and I had my brother with me when I went to the course in Connecticut. So I just feel like it's going to be bigger and better. It's going to continue to grow. I don't fight for reparations. I need to fight for reparations, but right now I'm fighting for these babies, because I don't think it's enough people out here that's fighting for the babies. Yeah, you're right. It does need to be some accountability. Definitely. Everybody needs to be accountable. So you say you're in the streets assisting POC with mental illness and traumatic. That's really good. I'm glad that you out there holding it down. Did we hang her up? Mm. But I mean the system, like the lawyers, and if you got you a nasty lawyer, oh my goodness, that's even worse. If it's a nasty, corrupt lawyer, you're not even gonna get a chance to say nothing. Not in court at all, because these lawyers are nasty and they're corrupt. And people cool. I mean, the judges are cool with it, even though you're telling the truth. You got plenty of proof, and they literally ignore you. What's up, Miss J? Sorry, this was in reference to. Oh, okay. That's okay. Who's he calling a coward? My brother. Who's calling who a coward? I thought she was talking about my he said obtainable then represent. Okay. How's it going? Peace and blessings to you, Miss J. I feel like it's never a time to ever, a kid should never have to wait on their parent to be a parent. How many of y'all agree with that? A child should never have to wait for a parent to be a parent. Because remember, the children didn't ask to be here. These are foundations and this is offspring. And we're just treating it just all types of ways. Just, nothing good is going to come out of this situation. It's nothing good. Yeah. Oh, you want to fight? I don't want to get out there and fight either. I think we need to just be. We don't need to. I don't think that's about being afraid to get out there and fight. I feel like why should we have to fight? Unless you are within your community and building and like trying to unite and teach your people. We need to be concerned about us. Forget fighting everybody else. We need to concern ourselves with us. There's no need to be fighting for nothing when we can get inside of our communities and do what we need to do in our communities, within our community? Why should we have to lose us? Because, you know, that's when we get people giving up, like I said, praying and, you know, RIPs and stuff. You know, when people have been killed off, let's celebrate us now and start working within these communities. Forget fighting. That ain't never worked to me. You said I don't fight for illegals. I just wouldn't be wanting to fight for nobody. I'd be trying to get my community right. If I was fighting, I would be doing what I'm doing right now, but I would be using their system. That's what I would be doing. Y'all got me. Y'all got me. Yeah, we need unity. We need unity in everything we do. You feel me? We gotta have unity because, my goodness. I feel sorry for us. I feel so sorry for us. I feel sorry for these babies more than anything. But I look at us and I'm like, dang, I'm just looking at the situation where I'm like, look at these kids out here and nobody's saying anything about it. Where are y'all? See, y'all distracting me with y'all whatever y'all doing in here. We gotta be. That's why I say we got to focus. Now, you guys be nice. I don't know. It seems like I wanted someone to come up here, but I cannot get. Let me see something. Yeah. Questions from your viewers will show up here. Oh, this is questions. Sister Mary, I'm about to put you in. What is y'all talking about? Explain to me what's going on here. How you doing, Queen?
I suppose what happened, right? This person was like, they're not focused on anything else but, you know, their community. They're not worried about the border. I'm like, okay, cool. That's, you know, that's your thing. But I was like, I personally have a heart and feel for these children being held in detention centers at the border in cages with no food and no showers and decent human rights.
Right.
So that's where all that came in at. And then this person is talking about fighting for reparations, and I'm like, okay, you can do that. I personally work in my community for people of color to assist them with living independently and living as adults and not stigmas because of their mental illnesses. You know, so yeah, I don't even know what they're talking about.
I mean, and I feel like you know how I always tell people, like when people say there's we got so many people out here and why y'all worried about that? I just say take whatever you have as yourself and do what you can do for your community. And whatever field that you fit in, whatever your path takes you, I think you should do that. If everybody's doesn't have to focus on the same thing.
Right, and that's perfectly. I don't what exactly, but she needs one. Yeah, it sounded whatever. But yeah, that's my goal and what I do for my community. No, I don't personally fight for reparations because
we got people like you. That's wonderful that we got people like you to fight for reparations. Everybody got to have a part, and that's how you have links. Everybody has to have a part. You link up together. You have one link after everybody does their part. And so there's nothing wrong with that. That's like,
oh my gosh, why are you so mad? A humble writer. Why are you so mad? Lord Jesus.
What's the matter? I mean, why? Okay, I don't understand.
I don't understand either. How am I all of this when I'm in the trenches with my community, my people, just because I have a heart for children who are being detained? Girl, hello.
Yeah, I know. Where's Lisa at?
Because I'm not understanding where this person is coming from and why are they so angry.
I don't either, but that's gone. I didn't see Lisa in there. Lisa, she probably didn't even know. Yeah, we don't be having that in there. I don't understand what was going on with that. Yeah, because we don't be doing that. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? I didn't know whether y'all was playing or not, but we don't be doing that. We talking about these kids and you being in here doing this extra.
Thank you, Black Butterfly. That is definitely it. Like, we do see color, and even unconsciously, we teach our children about color. Like, I know for like growing up within my household and stuff like that, my mom would always be like real strict on us, like dating outside our race and stuff like that. And I did not notice how damaging that was until I was an adult. And I'm like, I see my little brothers and sisters like, oh yeah, I can't bring no white girl home. And I'm like, dang, like this is really what we're teaching our children. Like, we could subconsciously do it, but of course we're rooting for our culture. So it's always like us, never them. Do not bring that inside my house type stuff. And we're really teaching our children to, be racist. Well, not even racist, prejudice. And this is all like learned behaviors that we do not understand or even realize that they are damaging until we are adults or until we're, till we called out on our bullshit pretty much.
Yeah, I just feel like as a whole, people are concerned with the wrong things and not focused.
Exactly. That's it. And it's like, not only are we trying to, build and uplift our community, and we can do that while also being empathetic to other cultures. Like, we're not even considered a minority in America anymore. Like, we're pretty much a majority, but we can also empathize with other cultures while trying to fix our own shit. I mean, we can clean up our yard first, but still, people out here that's of service and stuff like that do have heart. So if I get a client of, another background or whatever the case may be, white, Puerto Rican, whatever, I'm still going to do my job as I would do my job with the person who goes to, like with a black person.
Exactly. Because, like, why wouldn't you? Just like when you go out and you speak and everything, if a Caucasian passes by me or whatever, I'm going to speak. I'm not going to, not be cordial and everything.
Right. And when they look at me crazy,
yeah. I was looking at what Black Butterfly. She said she worked in family law. Where did you work at in family law? Was it in Georgia? That would be great if it was. And did you get to reach out to anybody, Sister Mary?
I reached out to one of my classmates, and she's in Cobb County. But she was saying that would actually serve as like kind of a plus in your case if you can have someone that works, in the mental health center field or anything like that to deem her behavior as incompetent or mentally unstable, anything like that, as far as getting like interaction with her family, interaction, stuff like that. If you can get evidence like times she's interacted with your family that seems like off or anything like that, that can actually stand as a positive if you're able to get someone that works in a mental health field to speak on your behalf of the treatment and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I think that would definitely be a big help. You said there in Clayton County, the case would be in Clayton County.
It'll actually, that's her CPS case is in Clayton County, but she has the courts with her information being in DeKalb County. So the case is going to be opened up in DeKalb County.
Okay. And my grandma, she actually moved up here from Decatur not too long ago, and she used to go to like a day program and stuff like that. I'm gonna see if she can give me the information of her neighbors down there and see if we can find somebody to come to the hearing or come to the trial or anything to kind of speak on your behalf to, I guess, translate the incapacity that this woman has to care for your needs. So I can definitely do that tomorrow, try to get that number and see as far as what steps need to be taken to get representation to speak on your behalf.
All right, and where are they at?
They are in Decatur.
Decatur. Okay, that's good, man, because that's what I need right out there.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is one, like, I just be sitting on the chat stuff, like the people that's on your side and that's rallying for you, like, that is the true definition of village, man.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
Beautiful. I be in there tearing up, crying, laughing, all. It's beautiful, man, because we need that.
Exactly.
We need that so much.
And I don't understand why we don't have it more though, because I really was hoping, and I'm still hoping that it's gonna be somebody that's really going to take this case for me, and somebody that's gonna really take it for the compassion. Just have the compassion for these children, because I don't think anything dealing with children should be costing. It shouldn't have to have anything to do with money at all.
Right. That's what gets me, and then especially, but I don't know. Since like Atlanta, well, DeKalb County, Atlanta, and stuff like that, it's like a heavy, population
For
of
sex trafficking.
Like, yeah, like you would think that they would take more consideration in these cases and these, missing persons, trafficking, all of that, because the majority of the population in these cities and stuff like that is black.
Exactly.
So you would think they'll be on it, but it's sad. Like, it just seems like in most cases, people in these positions and stuff like that aren't really on it until something happens, until the extreme.
Yeah, then they want to throw up the prayers and all of that stuff. Then, let me explain to Black what's going on with this. She's looking like, yeah, she's what's going on, Black, and thanks for asking. I saw that you said that you work with children law or something like that. I think that's what it said. What happened is this young lady, she went to court when my brother was in surgery like 7 years ago. I didn't really realize that this woman was not a family member because they told me that she was a cousin. She's not a family member. I've never met her before. And so I thought that this was a cousin, and I'm here, and I was in Virginia at the point, and my brother's in Connecticut. Okay. So he basically got sick, went into surgery. This girl went behind his back and said that he abandoned my niece. And I haven't seen my niece in 7 years. She's supposed to bring the baby back twice a year. She didn't. She hasn't. She was supposed to. I mean, the courts let her take the baby too. She was like 18 or 19, from what I heard. I'm talking about. She did this. She kidnapped the baby legally within 6 to 8 weeks. She's in Georgia. She went to Georgia, and the case that was in Connecticut, it closed. They didn't even tell us it closed. So I'm going up there with my brother. I went Monday, and we're finding out that basically, that case was closed. They got him going back and forth to court looking like a fool because he doesn't know. And, he hasn't done his research, and he hasn't made this a priority in his life. So therefore, he's missing a lot of information. So I went up there. I found out the case is closed with my spiritual sister, Leisha. And so now we have to go back to Georgia. Now, mind you, I was in Georgia 3 weeks ago. You feel me? So I'm trying to find someone to look at this situation. This girl has a CPS case that's open in Georgia. Concerning my niece, and she also has an arrest warrant in Connecticut for assault with a deadly weapon and disorderly conduct. So the courts aren't doing anything, and everybody that we call is like, oh, well, you got to call this number. And we call this place, we call that place, and there's nothing that can be done. Now, my brother has not done anything in 7 years to really try to do what he's supposed to be doing. He's been slagging along as if she doesn't matter, and I've been wondering what's going on. So I said, yo, I got to get into this situation because I was told, I've been lied to. And so when I'm reaching out to my niece and not able to get in touch with her. Nobody knows how much we were reaching out to my niece because it wasn't online. So I went back. Yeah, I'm trying to get custody. Yeah, she basically did kidnap her. And I need someone to represent me. And, I don't have $10,000. You feel me?
Right.
Not unless I raise it or whatever. I mean, anybody want to give to that cause, then that's wonderful. But I don't have $10,000 to put up. If I have $10,000, I'm gonna use that to put it on my niece. You feel me? She deserves it. I believe that this system owes her because they put her in a really horrible situation. I mean, she's abusing my niece. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do: get custody of my niece.
And that absolutely blows my mind how she has an open CPS case, and they are aware that you and your brother, you are actively looking for her. Like, that's the part that is a liability.
Yeah, she's 11 now.
On their heads. anything happen. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And she told the CPS workers that my brother was dead.
Wow.
And she's 11, Black.
And that's crazy. Like, yeah, that's crazy because if she, told them that your brother was deceased, then she would have to present some type of documentation, a death certificate, anything. Like there has to be some type of documentation.
That's why I was like, y'all didn't see the look into that?
Right. It sounded like it was a Friday at 4:45. They were trying to get out.
Oh, you know it. You know it. Like for real. You know it. And it's sad. And you should have seen the social office when I went in there, the child protective. It just looked like somebody's house was to it when I went upstairs in her office. I'm like, really? And she was like, thought she had seen a ghost when I showed up in there because I was like, yeah, I know my niece's name up in this office. By the time I get done with them, you feel me? Because I don't know what's up with people that got kids out there in cults and everything, and they ain't making no noise about it. It couldn't be me. Because I'm about to get ready to be dancing all over Georgia because I don't know what the problem is, but please.
That is crazy. And then on top of that, like, a lot of people try to, like, I don't have any, I have no sympathy, no type of empathy for people who work in systems this close to children and bruised and battered women that have a huge caseload and just treat them like another document, another folder. Like,
they don't need to be doing that job.
Hello. Okay? If the caseload is too much, then you're not built for that job.
Exactly. You don't need it.
And that just, wow, that really blows my mind. Even public defenders and stuff like that, they just another case, another folder, and boom. Because I know their caseload is severely large, but still, when you decide to work with children, and when you decide to work with a very vulnerable demographic, like, yeah, there's really no time for slacking.
Exactly. Black's telling me to find a CPS worker. Sweetheart, I got all of their names. I climbed the ladder on them. You feel me? All of them got emails from me and everything, and I went and sat in their office. They told me to go get a lawyer. That's what I was told. Go get a lawyer. This system does not care about these kids. They're gonna tell you to go get a lawyer.
Right.
That's exactly. I got an email and everything from them because I make a copy of everything. You feel me? By the time I get done, this is definitely going to be documented for real.
In the email, were you able to mention that your niece's father is not deceased?
Yeah, sure. Yep. They talked to him on the phone too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. These people are crazy. These people are crazy. That dude got up there, that liar got up there, her corrupt lawyer got up there and he said that she doesn't have a CPS case. Here's the paperwork. I was like, dude, let me see that piece of paper. You feel me? I ain't never been to court. I'm sitting out here talking to them like I'm talking to you right now. Right. Look, this is what because I don't talk legal lingo. I was like, this is about my niece. And I don't got time for the legalities and all that. This is messed up.
And because you're a woman and a woman of color, that's all they see, and they're definitely going to try to take advantage of the situation. Like, okay, what does she want this child so bad for? That's not biologically hers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not your child. They're looking at you like, okay, well, what's her motive? Why does she want it? When you just want your niece out of that toxic and abusive situation. But because you're a woman of color that doesn't speak the legal jargon and all that type of stuff, they're gonna try to take advantage of that. Right. And yeah, man, that's just wild.
It's sickening. It's very sickening. And I'm like I just really have lost so much sleep on it's like really. Like I'm just like tripping on this. Yeah, then I'm like, for them not to tell me, I have an e-file online, right? These are things that I did not know about. E-file online so that I can go into and see what's going on with this court system. They can email me and let me know what's what. Yeah. And okay, if this girl had switched this court case, she did this in 2013. Tried to start domesticating it in Georgia. So she got it domesticated in Georgia. It went through in 2018. So I got my brother back in court in January. Why are we just finding out in June?
Right.
That's crazy. We just finding out, and y'all got me bouncing around looking crazy. That's not fair.
And that alone is proof that she's running.
She is.
Like, they don't see see that pattern. Like,
she is running. They don't care to see it because she has a lawyer. But I'm looking at what Black is saying, and I'm definitely gonna be, I'm definitely gonna be calling. You said the public defender's office.
Yeah, she got some good stuff. I didn't even think about that about the law professors. That'd probably definitely be some help.
You said go to the university indicated to the law professors. Okay, I'm definitely gonna do that. I need to talk to the people for me, Sister Mary. Let me go get me a pen because I need to write this down.
How you know that? Nice word. But if you said that you are an attorney, an immigrations attorney. I think that is wonderful. Like, that is really amazing because they need somebody to fight for these children at the border. Not only our children that we see every day, but these children at the border in these detention camps. Like, it's disgusting, inhumane. Like, children that are being ripped away from their families. Not even like close real. I saw a case where a child came over here to live with his aunt and uncle in America, and instead of sending him back to his parents, they have him captive now in the detention centers. Like, wow. But I'm glad there's people like you out there fighting for these children, whether they black, brown, purple, whatever. Like, that's dope. That is really dope. She says she's not really able to afford a lawyer at the time, but she is trying to figure out other outlets as far as just getting free legal advice, because just for advice they start the clock at thousands. I had a small claims case, and before I decided to defend myself, I went to get a quote just for advice, and they're like, "All right, well, that'll start at $3,000." No, thank you. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, they want to charge you your whole life for them to give you some advice.
Exactly. And then some of the advice is probably something you could have Googled that day.
Exactly.
That's what makes it so bad. Like, I just really paid $3,000 for some answers. Like, come on, man.
All right, I'm about to write this down because that is some very, very good information. Black, I totally appreciate that.
Dion Shy is asking that the woman that has your niece, she was able to afford an attorney.
She was selling ass. She's a prostitute.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a known prostitute. I gave them the booking number and everything. You feel me?
Wow.
She probably can most definitely sell that. Afford it.
Wow. Like, yeah, I'm definitely would be on it.
I'm feeling like she's grooming my niece. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. Yes, like, not even, trying to think negatively of the situation, but that's normally how, stuff like that goes, especially little brown girls. Yes. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I'm definitely going to continue praying for her in that whole situation, because that's tough.
It really is. And then when people that not following directions, he finally sent the paperwork over, y'all. All he had to do is go get this paperwork notarized. Leisha's on the phone with him now. That's why he got off the phone. She got off. This is literally what we're having to do. Like, we have to stay on him. Yeah. When we get him on the phone, it's like crazy, because she did, she drew up our motion and everything. Yeah. So he needed to get it notarized. He's taking probably about 3 days to do this, when it takes probably about an hour.
Right.
Just making a bunch of excuses. And y'all seen how many times I done went to to the library and stuff, for fax something off from up at UPS, back to the library again, at the post office. I'm doing it because I want to do it. It's like he act like we bothering him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All we can do is really just speak positively. I don't know why I was using that word, to him, just to give him that push that he needs, because I know you all gotta be drained, gotta be extremely
Most
drained.
definitely. It's missing an exploitation center. Okay. I'm writing down all of this that she's telling me. I appreciate this.
Yeah, these are all some good leads.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely.
That is what's up. She said they'll help. And he said the University of Decatur. I'm just getting to that. I will be calling these tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be on a Friday. They're gonna be mad. We're gonna call them nice and early.
You gonna call them in the morning.
Yep. First thing in the morning.
4:30 and 4:45. They're ready to run back there.
I think they shut down in Connecticut. They started shutting down at 3:45.
Golly.
Yeah, they was starting to get antsy at that time. And guess what we was doing? Getting in the line, coming right back up. We was getting to the back of the line, right back, get to the window, go right to the back of the window. Like, y'all gonna work for this.
I know that's right, golly. Like, man, I just wish these people who are there just for a check would go about their business, find another hobby, find another job, because they're not doing anything but hurting the people that they're supposedly servicing.
Mm-hmm.
By giving me the employee handbook script, like, come on now. Like, I know it's something else. Like, you don't have to sit here and memorize and spit out the handbook to me. Like, no.
Yes, it's I'm definitely, you know what, we've been calling the defects. I mean, not the defects, but the that number that you're talking about. We've been calling that 800 number.
That's good.
Everybody been calling it. It's been people that's calling it that I didn't know about, because we hadn't even called in April. When we called at the beginning of May, she was like, she already got a lot of allegations, and after they get so many allegations, they don't open up any more cases. That's what they said. I got that in a text message.
In a text message?
In a text message.
Oh gosh.
Like, really.
Wow.
For real. And what was I gonna tell you? So what happened when we was at the window though, right? The clerk's office. Yeah. The lady was like, yeah, I was just telling her I feel so bad about this, because she's seen my brother come through for years. Wow. You know, dealing with this stupid stuff and this stupid system. We was just up there. I was like, yo, can you give us a sticky note or something? You know, give me some type of information. Come on. Yeah, she went up to the judge thing, to the chambers. They got the file and gave it to us. We screenshot everything.
I know that's right. Wow.
I was like, I appreciate that, because we need somebody to do something. So it's so much in that transcript, those transcripts that they had. And that's how we found out. One of the ways too that we found out, we got everything that we needed out of that folder. We actually got it notarized.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And I'm trying to think, there's no way you could find out, like, your niece's school that she has or might have attended or anything like that.
I don't even know if that girl got her in school. That's what I'm wondering, if she even got her in school.
Okay.
What you was saying is a lie. I want to know. She said, no, that's a lie. Well, let me say that.
No. Because, I mean, shoot, with complaints to, like, schools and stuff like that, especially elementary schools, depending on the school, they don't play about stuff like that.
Yeah, it's they need to my brother was so sorry that he didn't go get her social, and I told him he should have been to had her social. I was like, you're her father. You should have her social. What is wrong with you?
Birth certificate or something.
Yeah, he got a birth certificate, but he need that social to be able to. I would think he would need that to be able to find out what school she's in, because that's all they would have to do is put that in a system to find out what school she's in. They actually told us in Georgia, they was like, you can go pick your daughter up. I mean, that's your daughter.
Right. And yeah, so they still have, custody. He still has custody.
Yeah, he still has rights. I would be right down there picking up my kid. I was like, you are something else, because I was like, you crazy. Something's wrong with you. I was like, you. There's no way that you should be letting your baby. You said go to the board of education in her city to speak with them in regards if she's in school. Show the birth certificate. Oh, okay. Board of education. All right.
Because I'm thinking if CPS is involved, it had to do with something like pertaining to school.
Yeah.
Because that's how I know of like the quickest way of getting CPS involved with domestic situations and matters of children. So
They said CPS should have been. They said CPS actually should have contacted the cops by now. And they haven't. Yeah, I think this girl is a witch or something. The reason why everybody's just like wrapped around her finger.
She could be one of them big.
Yeah, you just never know. You just never know. For real. You never know. But yeah, this right here, when I tell you this is a hard fight, it's a hard fight. It says that it's not school because you can let them know what's going on. I'm gonna be hitting up the board. I'm gonna be hitting up all of this because this information right here is different for you to giving me Black, because I've been getting get a pro bono lawyer, get legal aid. I've told people none of that stuff works, and then the people give me they'll let me know about a lawyer or whatever, but their lawyer won't even be in Georgia. It'll be somewhere else and they can't really help. So, and I'm not gonna give up. Believe that I'm not gonna give up. You can actually see my niece in the highlights, right? Black, if you go to my highlights, you can look at my niece's face and you will see, because I was trying to get another cousin to call. She let her speak to her one time and I was like, get a screenshot of her because she sent me pictures of my niece and told me that the pictures that she sent me were current. They were not current. They were probably like 2 or 3 years old. She sent those to me in September. Like my niece, the picture that she sent me then, my niece was like cute and all chubby and stuff, looked like a little fat baby. And then she did that screenshot a couple of months ago, and she looked like a whole different girl. And she's standing right there in the FaceTime with her, and she won't allow her to talk to nobody by herself. And if you go in there and see my niece's face, you'll see the hurt in my niece's face. She got a gash in her eye that she didn't have there the last time I seen her, and she got like a smack mark on her face or something. She looked like she's been poised.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really sad.
With your emails, you might need to include that picture of the woman and your niece.
Which, yeah, that's what I did to the social workers too. I put all of that in the email, and they told me to get a lawyer. Which email are you talking about?
The ones that you said that you sent to what?
Oh, CPS.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I sent them. Believe me, they got it. They all got it because I told them they're gonna know her name by the time this is over with. And so ain't nobody got time to be playing with you. I don't know how everybody feel about their kids, but I just like I told my brother, we the only ones in the family that got a missing kid. We don't do that. Like, why do we got a missing kid and you're not doing anything about it? Right. Just because the court said, that doesn't mean it's right.
And that's what happens in a lot of situations. Like, the family just give up, or the family just tired, or the family put it in the hands of investigators and CPS and all that type of stuff, knowing daggone well
they're not gonna do nothing.
Another document, exactly.
And then just like I said a while ago, everybody will be ready to chuck up the prayer signs and the RIP signs soon as those posts. Soon as somebody get one of these kids get murdered or whatever, or something happens to them, I'm saying something beforehand.
Right. And that's how it should be. That's exactly how it should be.
It's like with the little girl Malia. I'm like, why was she even with that dude?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that broke my heart.
Yeah.
Because they had records and everything from what I've been like reading, little bits and pieces.
Right.
There was previous incidents.
Oh, that sounds really good. I mean, I really appreciate if you do. I really do, because I could really use some, like, I could use some real exhaling, seriously. Yeah, that family court is trash.
Trash.
It's nothing. It has nothing to do with family. It has nothing to do with family. Not our families anyway. Maybe theirs, but not ours.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it's
Man,
crazy.
that's crazy. But I'm definitely going to contact the director of that facility tomorrow, as far as seeing, the steps and stuff like that, as possibly getting someone um, to speak on your behalf as far as the mental capacity of this woman and her record and all that type of stuff, and juice it up, make it sound good.
Yes.
Like, yeah, she has this, and that, this.
Exactly.
And I'll definitely keep you updated on what I can find here and there. And shoot, hopefully, hey, she can, link us to some more stuff down there. And,
Yes, for real. Yeah. Definitely, because I need it. We're putting up the motions because he just sent her over the paperwork as we've been on the phone. So he finally took a picture of what he needed to take a picture of, because they let you do that and upload to Georgia's. So we're uploading this and through the e-files, and then y'all gonna continuously be posted. But I'm gonna be reaching out to that information. Alicia's gonna be like, when I tell you, Black, Alicia, my spiritual sister, she's gonna be so happy about this information right here. She's gonna be on it and ready to go ahead and start calling these numbers and reaching out to these people. Yeah, I appreciate that, Black. I don't even think you realize I appreciate that, for real.
Yeah, because I haven't even seen these.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have thought about that. I would never have even thought about it. She just said go to the university in Decatur. Like, I will be up there at the university in Decatur. Do you know I will be on live in that? Are you serious? Like, y'all know me. Like, for real, y'all know how I do. Like, I'm so serious about it. Like, people need to stop doing these kids, like, dogging these babies out. I feel so sorry for my niece, and I hate that she ended up with my brother as her father. And it's just that simple. I hate it. And she had a no-count mother, too.
Shoot, Mercury about to be in retrograde, so Mercury about to shake shit up. Might throw off a balance, might get to catch up with
Yep. Oh, she said to check out some family alienation groups on Facebook. Oh, they helped you out? Oh, okay. Let me put that up there. And how did they help you out? You said you can threaten. Yeah, I'm about to do that.
Like that.
Yep, yeah. I'm about to put y'all on blast. Just give them a call. Give the courts a call. Just make that call. I just want to let y'all know, because of what you guys have done, I'm just definitely going to go ahead and go to the news so y'all can be ready for some picket signs to be outside of y'all building with my niece's face up there.
Right.
She said, do reach out to all the news outlets. I don't, the thing about it, I be wondering why those people don't even answer those phones when you be calling them.
Oh yeah.
Cause I had reached out to a couple of them, and not for this, but it was for when I was trying to put the information out, helping online. I had put some information about, like, cause big things like the Breakfast Club and stuff, those things are online, so I had put those up there. But I'm gonna reach out to the news outlets on. That's right. So
V103.
You said V103.
Yeah, I know that's a station out there, and they're ran by Black people, so
right.
Be beneficial if you can get in touch with them.
I'm gonna definitely look forward to getting hearing from you tomorrow, Sister Mary, and then definitely Black. I'm definitely gonna make sure I keep in touch with you. And if you have any other information, I know you're gonna definitely. I appreciate it, for real, because these numbers right here will definitely be called. Yes, I definitely am gonna make my voice heard. It needs to definitely get bigger, because this has been boiling for 9 months. Believe me, they're about to make me just pop, for real, seriously. Like, and it doesn't even need to be all of this type of stress. That's the best thing about it. It does not have. It shouldn't be. Like, why would somebody get upset? And then that's another thing. She told me to reach out, to go to court. This is what the girl that has my niece said. Go to court if you want to talk to your niece. And I go to court, and then she gets her corrupt lawyer to fight the proceed. The block.
Yeah.
So what are you doing to my niece?
Right, like definitely some ulterior motives
Yeah.
as far as her having a child. It's not because y'all not about to take this day from it's a whole lot of other benefits that must come with it.
Something's going on. She might be getting death benefits, since she talking about people dead and stuff. You never know. She didn't falsify some things.
Right. Because I was about to say, yeah, you can find those templates and stuff for death certificates and stuff because you'll definitely need that documentation on your brother as far as that. But oh gosh, yeah.
She put on that paperwork that she was the cousin up there on the paperwork on the court paper. She's literally no blood of ours.
Wow. Oh yeah, kidnapping, all of that, falsifying records. The list goes on, and they all sound like felonies.
That's crazy.
And then on top of other charges,
yeah, it's just real sad. It's real sad. And the real mother, she hasn't been seen. I think she's the one that even did it. She probably let that girl get my niece.
Right.
And so it's making it hard. But Sean is the only one that he definitely could do something. And I'm definitely going to be calling these numbers so I can do something. This is like great information. I cannot wait to tell Alicia about it. I'm really interested in that University of Decatur, talking to that professor, and the public defender. So the public defender, I would be calling the public defender in Clayton County. Black?
Yeah, I believe whoever be taking the actual court case. I don't believe it. Yeah.
Okay. So it would probably be DeKalb County. The mother, nobody knows where the mother is at. I done reached out to the other side of the family. They told me that they didn't want to get involved. I was like, oh, so you just gonna leave your niece hanging like that? She said, well, I was told not to get involved. I was like, really? I was like, how would you feel? She never texted me back.
Yeah, that sounds like some shady shit going on.
Yeah, like something's going on with this, and nobody's paying no attention. So you're right. My voice needs to be getting heard. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the public defender's office in DeKalb County.
Oh man, I'll definitely be checking out some stuff on this end as far as trying to see what can be done.
All right.
I'm definitely keeping my vibes high for you and your family.
No, I appreciate it. I totally
keep him high for your brother, man. He needs that. He needs your strength.
Oh my gosh, he needs it. He draining me. He taking all of my strength and getting nice haircuts and stuff. I'm like, dude, what do you have a nice lineup for? I was like, I didn't even get a chance to get no lineup because I was like, let me make sure I have as much money in my pocket for whatever I need for my niece. Like for real. And he comes in there fresh to death. I'm like, really? Wow. And told me that he didn't have any money too.
Wow.
And Alicia was going through his phone because he let her use his phone so she could do the screenshots. And he gonna sit there and he said he didn't get any money, but then she's saying cash apps. Yeah. Oh well, y'all. Good night, y'all. Oh crap! We did end this podcast.